Thought I'd just pop on early today. Good morning for the early risers. Battle plan is, if you're on YouTube, battle plan is completely unlocked tonight or today. Good morning there, Mr. Jackie. Good morning. Morning there, Mr. Raja. Good morning, guys. Just on a little early this morning. I'm still short from yesterday. I held overnight, but it's about to get me because I'm locking 20 points on it. I was not awake when it hit here the first time. And then I was like, well, I might as well hold it for CPI, and unfortunately CPI activated battle plan 2, so you had to bend Johnny on the spot to take that long, but boy, it paid, made it to target. Both trades made it to target, not too horrible. All right, I'll be back when we're gonna get started. All right, we'll get started here in a couple minutes. You need to refresh your beverage. We're going to review yesterday and, of course, talk about what happened overnight and get ready for today. All right, well, let's go ahead and just get started. So we're going to go over the battle plan, unlocked for everybody, whether you're a member or not, on Mondays. So it's good for Monday and Tuesday. So the battle plan, the purpose of this is where do we want to go long? Where do we want to go short? Number 304. If you like the battle plan, just smash the little heart. Let me know you liked what we did. Let me, I need to do one thing here. Come on. Come on. Where is, I want a different color. There we go. Too many things on the screen. Okay, so review yesterday. Well, we had Battle Plan 3 and Battle Plan 2 basically going off of our strong levels here. I'm not going to say any of these were the super easy entries, but were we looking for the right trades and the right trade locations? Yeah, it was really nice. Every Sunday published what I consider to be the most important levels for the week. These are the three I chose here, and I think that those worked well. Awesome. And just a note here about yesterday, shorting when the bulls control require extreme patience, ruthless risk management, with a built-up tolerance for a low win rate. Low win rate. Say that fast. Tough trade for sure. It can be very frustrating and has the potential to really damage your psychology. Market keeps going up and up and up and up and up and up, and you keep shorting it, keep shorting it, keep shorting it, keep shorting it, keep shorting it. You better know you're dealing with a low win rate strategy doing that. And if you can get a hold of a trade and you can hold a runner, well, hold a runner, you never know. Most of the time, it is prudent to follow at 50%, which we will talk about as well here in a minute. It can be frustrating and it can damage your psychology. It can lead to rage. And in my opinion, one never has to short ES to be a great ES trader. If you just said, I am never, ever, ever, ever shorting ES, I'm just not. I'm getting rid of that from my, I think you'll be better for it. You know, you do you. So short sparingly and perfectly. Monitor your emotional temperature. When you start to feel the rising emotions, you have to yank yourself off the trading floor. Um, you meet, you have to yank yourself off the trading floor when you feel increased emotions. James said, good morning. All the talk about finding a short yesterday talked me out of a great long. It can. It certainly can. And if you just stay focused, it's easy. If you're always looking for shorts and longs, it's real. Honestly, it's a more difficult task. If you said, you know what, I'm only going to look for shorts as an example, you'll find better shorts, I think, than if you're looking for shorts and longs. Or if you just say, hey, I'm only looking for longs. I'm 80 to 90% long. The battle plan proves it every day. There's 4, 5, or 6 battle plan trades. Maybe one of them is a short. On a rare case, there's 2 shorts. But most of the time, I am only looking for longs. You do you. Never allow me to influence what you see on the chart yourself. Let the setup come to you, not the other way around. So the battle plan yesterday, we'll talk about that in a second. That's a weird looking scoreboard, I'll tell you that. 5-0 and 16, but first day. Then, of course, today was CPI. I expect very little overnight. I'll hardly watch. I didn't. Trump does travel to China. Not exactly sure what time, but May 13th through the 25th is this confirmed. Fed chair vote today. Should be an interesting day for sure. Seem to be in a low probability environment. We just keep going up and up and up and up and up. It's difficult to short, and it's difficult to initiate a new long. Just be careful, trade small. I think that's the advice here for where we're at. Just trade small. Don't need to bet the farm on anything here. And once again, a word of warning that if we start vomiting down, do not predict the turnaround level. Do not predict the turnaround level. Let it just go. It will often rip multiple levels that it would normally bounce at. Okay, so you see a level, you're like, oh, it's going to bounce there, and it freaking doesn't. Rips right through it. Well, that's the nature of the vomit down. So move your eyes down 5, 6, 7 strong levels. Let's look further down the chart. I think that's one of the things I'm good at being the leader of the group. When that thing, if it starts doing it, which it'll do it again one day. And we haven't had a down day in a while, so it gets a little interesting in that fact. So audio for yesterday was 5 minutes. Everybody can do 5 minutes to listen to that audio. And so yesterday we had those 2 battle plan trades here. I'm not saying either of these were the easiest entries, but we were looking for the right trades and the right trade locations, made it to the next strong level well. And then yesterday, and I'm going to bring this in. I actually took 3 shorts yesterday, which is a rare, unusual thing for me. We were going up here and I said, if I was to short, I'm not going to short inside the price action. I said, I would want to short above it. And 44 and the strong level is the 2 that I pointed out. And both of them, this ran 20 points. I was up 20 points. I said I need to capture at least 2. Well, that's what it got me, 2. So I went from up 20 to netting 2. Well, you're counter trading. What do you expect? And then I took this short here, and I survived a double tap actually. And this trade was up 15 points. I put my stop at break even because I loved where the short was. I had no problem shorting there. I probably would take that trade 15 out of 15 times if I was flat. But it came back and got me, and then started the ladder back. Now, when it started the ladder back here, this is where I got aggressive, and I actually went short exactly right there at 45. So you had a beautiful front side and a fair value gap. If you read last night's battle plan, I encouraged you to go find that trade. And at the biggest point there, it was up 17 points. I chose to keep my entry at break even. It almost got me here last night. I'm like, seriously? You're going to get me? And then we mapped out 2 battle plan trades that were both activated overnight. So the first one was a short targeting this line. We were looking for price to come down, get back up. I'm encouraging a second ladder here. We needed it to break that 28. It finally broke that 28. We talked about that last night in the group. Back tested it 3 times, then continued its journey. You're probably staring at the back of your eyelids when that trade happened, but beautiful exit if you held here and exited right there. And if you held the single runner, well, I included that in the notes. So if you're using Chart Buddy, or you can use Battle Plan Buddy, it gives you the notes too. Possible short idea here, risky for sure, small if at all. Note the bounce first. Under normal conditions, I would be looking for a shallow pullback long, and that's absolutely true. But my confidence to enter a new long here is very low and much further down the chart. It is. Hold a runner just in case we challenge the bull bear strong level down at 73.50. Well, we made it halfway there. We made it halfway there. And then you got the CPI candle. We dropped down into the drop zone here, which is what I consider the drop zone here. And by the way, I've been doing it, but I actually don't know if anyone's using this. So I'm going to ask you guys that are on here right now because it takes me time to do this. Where it draws the drop zone boxes. If no one's using that, I'm going to remove it from my daily routine of drawing where the drop boxes are. So if no one's using that, or if you are using it and it's important to your trading, I'll keep putting those in the programming. But if no one's using the drop boxes, I'm just going to remove them because now we have alerts. We have alerts. So do you really need the drop box zones anymore? The drop box zones were there to say, hey, if we drop down into this area, this is where we're looking to trade. But now you got the alerts. So I don't think it's used anymore. So I might remove that just to remove one thing off my plate in the afternoon when I'm drafting this. So officially dropped down into here. You got the alert here because the alerts are set at the label locations. But officially dropped down into this zone here. Like I said, it's the CPI candle. I don't think you're in that trade, but if you did, it would have been small and it would have paid, and it made it to target. So very nice. Bulls control. Play is looking for longs there, but since I'm already short from yesterday and I decided to lock in 20, I'm just going to hold. And if we can get under this level, I mean, my goodness, look how many times we've attacked this level. First time we got over, nice trade there. This really screwed some of my guys because they were long from here. And then a retap, 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 retap. Tried a little bit harder. Now we're going to come back and test it again. We shall see. So has battle plan 1 been used? I think so. Has battle plan 2 been used? Well, is he going to defend it again? You can always take the trade because this obviously is a very well drawn level. And if it pushes to the deeper part of this and then gets back up over the top, that could very well possibly be a trade. If I can get a closure underneath here, I'm probably going to move my stop here just to capture whatever that is. Yeah, I'll go from capturing 20 points to 40 points will be my goal there. The alerts are great. I'm considering using an alarm clock sound to wake me up in the wee hours. So very nice. I'm not saying we certainly are on the right side of price action, looking for the right trades in the right trade locations. Doesn't mean that the entries were super easy and perfect, but I don't promise that. I hopefully can get us in the right locations looking for the right trades. That's that's my goal on the. Okay, had a question for you. Well, and so first of all, today's CPI. So if you're using our journaling software, mark it as a special day. Tomorrow's the day after CPI. One of the things I was thinking about doing is putting the battle plan on Substack. It's actually an app I've been using a whole lot more instead of doom scrolling Twitter. I tend to doom scroll Substack lately, and thinking about, do I want to just copy and paste my battle plan on Substack? Curious, do you guys use Substack? Not that that needs to be the place where you can look at it, but it would be another place where I could be discovered and what we do. So I'm thinking about just copying and pasting into Substack and having another way that people can discover what we do. But I love Substack. I think people of our age, my average member is not 20s and not 30s. We're older. We're getting tired of the AI brain rot crap, and I prefer longer form content. Kind of getting tired of and Substack is offering I, I I'm enjoying it for different topics, not just trading. In fact, I rarely use it for trading. Usually it's for psychology and mental and becoming a better person and actually using AI responsibly and not having it replace my thinking. And so, so I'm thinking about not moving the battle plan, adding the battle plan to Substack. So I might actually do that today. So very pleased with the mappings. Very good. If anybody got to take advantage of them, cool. Unfortunately, both were either in the nighttime or during the CPI candle. If you're flat and zero, cool. Let's see what happens. It's CPI. We need volatility. We can do very well in volatility. And this stuff here this is difficult to trade. An incremental high slam down. It can just be difficult. Looking at that from a core strategy standpoint, let's go to a 3 minute chart. Let's say you were going to look at this from a 3 minute perspective. Well, this little drop here could have been interesting just because it's coming back against the London high. But when you start seeing these vomit candles and you're like, you know what, we haven't had a down move at all. That's a tough trade for me to take. As I said, I'm not that interested in longing up here. We need a major vomit day, or we need 2 or 3 days of sideways price action to establish a new range. And we'll trade the range. I'll trade the range with no bias once I can get confirmation that I think we're in a range. This very well could be the high for months. What do I know? But once I saw the laddering down, I went for the short. And look at that. You actually got laddering down. As we were talking about here, any shorts inside of this price action, or even, when I talked about these two shorts here, they're premature. They are premature. They're early. You can wait for laddering. And look at that. You got the laddering. So that's how I view it. Your mileage may vary. Let's go take a peek at everybody else. What are we looking like? Look at NQ. It's not the same as the others. It's the exact opposite now. Downward sloping VWAP. We're under it and under previous day low. Cool. We need that. Downward sloping VWAP, getting under the VWAP. We need a down day. And look at darn now. It's just decoupled. Dow is not with us. We are not on the same train. Russell, downward sloping VWAP, under the low. Let's pull this in. It's a long ways down for the next low for NQ. Beautiful. We could use a nice down day. We really could. Because we can't establish a range until we go back down and test something and then come back up. And then I will propose a new range that we can trade around. Rick, what are you doing on YouTube? All right. Well, I'm ready to trade. I don't know about you. If it wasn't Tuesday, I would be ending the YouTube stream, but it's Tuesday, so we'll keep it going. We'll keep it going. So 2 days of battle plan trades, really good, really good, really good, really good. Can't complain. Now we kind of need something new. I got you, Rick. Well, Rick, I have a question for you. Because right now I just started it the other day. I don't even know if anyone will ever subscribe to it, but they can subscribe to get the YouTube streams, just like they're on Zoom, but they're not on Zoom because they're not a full member. Um, but I thought of, instead of doing a YouTube subscription, maybe just doing a subscription on my website, that I would just do like unlisted videos or something and share those. Um, w would being able to view the entire stream on YouTube be very useful to you? I mean, since you're at the ministry, or is that a, I'm just curious. I'm just thinking out loud. Because I could do a stream on YouTube, just maybe have it a private video or an unlisted, and just trust people that you know. All right, I might delete the YouTube subscription and make it off my website. And then just, I guess, every afternoon send the link. I don't know. Let me chew on it. All right, so if you took Battle Plan 2 and you're short, I mean, I don't think I could have done that during the CPI can. I mean, you're long, try to stay long. Hopefully, if you did that, you were already peeled. Peeling it at the overnight high would have been the most idea. Gotcha, Rick. Thank you, sir. But hold a single runner. Bulls do control. Even a vomit day doesn't put the Bears in control. Um, it would be an insane move. I think we'd have to get down under 7,200 at minimum. So let's take a peek at everybody else. We are not all on the same train. Dow is in the upper distribution, which is strong. Under, and the lower distribution. If you had to do the math, we're at previous day low. All righty. Battle Plan 2 notes is it was a decent pullback long, reclaimed a strong level with a vengeance. This strong level defended all last night. Does it have one more defense in it? Well, it had more than one more defense in it. One more than one more defense. But it has now done it one, two, three, four, five, six times, right? If you don't like this trade, look further down. And the reason why I said that is because I think it was in Battle Plan 1. No, it was in the notes that said, I'm not looking for a long up here. I'm looking much further down. So if we could get down here, in fact, I need to turn on these battle plan trades. If we can get further down there, I will definitely start getting interested in a long. Even battle plan 3. So as I said, if we can get a candle closure down in here, I'm going to move my stop to here to capture 40. Right now it's at capturing 20 at 74.25. So I'll take that if that's what happens. All right, and they're off. Welcome to Zoom and the YouTube stream today. Unfortunately, these trades happened overnight. We need something new. And for me, the new is further down, not going back up. Because now at this point, because Battle Plan 2 activated, that if we started going up, I'm not looking for a short at all. It won't even be in my head. Because that very well is the pullback. Now, typically when the bulls control, we get a 40 to 60 point pullback. Let's just measure where are we at. Here's the 60 points. So when the bulls control, it's not unusual that the pullback is 40 to 60 points. We're right at the 60 point mark. So that very well could be the pullback. But we have not had a sale day in forever. We need one. I know it's been a weird streak, right, Joe? Tis the season is kind of how I've said it. We've had a long streak where the plan trades are happening overnight. Well, overnight ranges are usually 20 points. This overnight range was definitely more than 20 points. It was double. So we need these type of ranges during the RTH session. RTH has not been very fun lately. And that's why the points for Zoom have been so low. We haven't been able to really get into many good trades. Trade locations have been horrible, and I really believe trade location needs to be a paramount decision. And so one thing about it, I've kept us safe. I have kept us safe. Mental safe, account safe. We live to trade another day. We're not chasing back and forth. We're not even on the wrong side of price action. And if we are, we're calling it exactly what it is. This is a premature, like yesterday, we talked about 2 or 3 shorts. These are all premature. If you're waiting for a second ladder, none of these are going to qualify. And in the afternoon, you finally got a second ladder. In fact, you got a 3-minute front side and a fair value gap short. Beautiful. Core strategy short right there. So battle plan 1, I had where I thought the perfect take profit would be here. That would be arriving at its destination. Keep a single runner.
Am I biased? Am I following price or fighting price?
Keeping a single runner just in case. Thank you, James. And I think I'm going to go ahead and capture 30 points instead of 20 because we did get a nice opening push down. If it gets back above the high, I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and just lock in. It's above the opening price, so I'm cool with that, where the opening provides a little bit of a protection layer, but otherwise I'm going to just capture 30. If we can clear underneath here, I'll move it down and capture 40. Then I'll close my DOM actually and just let it go. So we do have the opening as a protection layer for this trade. So if for some reason you got short last night and holding a single auto runner, we can be there behind the opening. And VWAP is right there as well. Okay. I was curious if that opening candle was a 15 pointer on CPI day. It was not. Okay. So next place to look for a possible trade as it gets down, I'm going to say deeper into battle plan 2 and 3, and then reclaim this level, or we get underneath this strong and reclaim this one. We'll see what happens. This is where my eyeballs really are. 73.50. Thank you, James. All right. Very nice. Right here would be the 40 pointer. I'm going to go ahead and lock 40. And now I'm actually going to close my platform. I'm going to lock 40 and close my platform. So platform is closed. Let it go now. Whatever happens, happens. I'll take it because look how many times this is defended. Do I think this is the time it's going to vomit through? I'd probably not. So I'll take my 40 points. If it ripped it, it'd have been good. But it didn't rip it, did it? It did not rip it. And I'm pretty sure that got me out right there, but I don't care. I'm going to keep my platform closed until we get down here to battle plan 4 or 5, and then I'll reopen it. Otherwise, I'm just not interested here. So for my journaling today, I need to add short and I take profit. So I had my stop here, and I had my stop here, and I had my stop here. I'll be annotating for my journal. All right, beautiful. The strong level has been an amazing level. I'm looking for it to at least take out the low. Does it get down in here and then reclaim this level? You know, yeah. Let's do a cycle on time frames. 10-minute, 30-minute, daily, back to a 3-minute clean chart. Let's turn on the battle plan. Man, I was hoping we just ripped that with a vengeance. I'm gonna push down a little bit more. I wouldn't trust a long here, but if you wanted to take a long off of the reclaim of that, I don't think this is a good low yet. I say let's let it come down a little bit more before we look for a reclaim long here. Of course, you can take any trade you want. You do you. But I think we need to go ahead and push down. Give us a better looking low. This is not a great looking low, you know, versus let's see if we had one. Like I like this type of little low where pushes down, fair value gaps right back up. I like those. Those are better. This is just muddy. But if you were wanted long off of there, you can definitely do that. I want it to go a little lower. Now, when the bulls control, I'm going to talk out of both sides of my mouth. When the bulls control, they don't have to grab these lows. We often see that. It gets there and teases it. Doesn't need it. Doesn't need it. And it goes. I like that trade when I'm at the bottom of a range. I don't think we're at a bottom of a range, so I'm not in love with that trade.
No level, no trade, period. Make price come to you. No prediction trading. What are the break levels telling you?
Thank you, Jackie. New all-time highs in NVIDIA. Like I said, I would wait for a new low. But if you want to be aggressive, you could take that battle plan 2 again here. Definitely a touch and go. You can't get hurt if you did that now. I say move your stop to break even or at a new low. But I don't think that's a good low yet. I think we go further down. What do I know? You do you. For anybody who took it, I'd like it to get up for you. Get up. Very nice. You definitely can't get hurt now. Target the opening and the VWAP if you took that long. Had to be aggressive. So if you took that, take your 10 point, 10 point, you're done for the day. Jeez. Nice. I'm glad I took my 40 points. I know I'm out. So did you take that, Mr. James Paul? You tend to take a little more aggressive entries. Hmm. See if that thing can get up there. If not, we'll wait for something new. Okay, cool. All right. So if you took that trade right there, you TP, keep a single runner just in case, and you're done for the day. Close your chart and walk. Nice trading. It defended again. Very nice. All right, let's switch over, take a peek at everybody else. Whoa, mister. Whoa, mister. Yep, nice trade. Nice trade. You're done. It's a little more aggressive than I wanted to be. Although I did have 40 points, I could have easily taken that with a 2 point stop, but it's okay. I'll wait for something new. I wanted it a little lower, so I'm going to wait. And as we said, ES likes to do a 40 to 60 point pullback. When the bulls control, this is a 60 point pullback. So, not shocked if that is the pullback. It's not enough to me to really shake up the chart, though. So, nice job. All right, first 15 minutes are over. First 15 minutes are over. Beautiful trade. Now we'll wait to see if we get something new. I'd still think we need to make a new low. But if you took that long with multiple contracts, peel at 10-10, you're up 20. Keep a single runner back at your entry and give it a chance. Maybe that's the pullback when we make new all-time highs today. I certainly will not be looking for a short without a very strong signature. To me, the short played out, and I'm very pleased with it. And I only did one contract, so I didn't have the multiple contract thing where you peeled, and you kept a single runner. So because I was in a single runner, I think I did it well. So I'm going to go ahead and do some journaling here. Oops. That was definitely my goal this morning, was to be aggressive in my take profit. This is CPI. Captured 40 points. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up my let's go to a 3-minute chart. I'll load up my little doodles here. I'm going to add that to my chart. And to add that to your chart, you just simply hit the red camera. It takes a screenshot of your chart and puts it right here. So when you go to the dashboard and look at it, you will see it. I'm going to go ahead and click publish. So far, disciplined that, grade that, one trade, 40 points, top runner, 40 points, save and close. Cool. It is journaled. All right. So I think under all the circumstances, you would be out of your long there unless you really moved it to the negative position. And based on where we're at and what we're seeing, I wouldn't have moved it to a negative position personally. You get to do you. I'm just one trader sharing his opinion with you. I would love that if we really lost this, we got down to battle plan 4 and 5. Let me load those back. So I'd love to get down there, battle plan 4 or 5. Battle plan 3 gives a nice, strong response. We'll trade that. Let's look at the notes for battle plan 3. Trap the trader long off a group of lows at the RTH low in the overnight session. Snappy ladder back price action over the strong level are the notes for battle plan 3. Go take a peek at everybody else. So Dow has been on a record of doing a push down, finding its bounce level, and coming right back up. This looks like a different type of down move, doesn't it? Why couldn't we have done that when I was short? No, we got to bounce. Okay, so neither NQ nor ES grabbed its overnight low, defending again off the strong level. My goodness. I've This is definitely Swayze hanging out of the airplane, getting ready to jump. Be careful taking any short in here. We'd love to see it go ahead and push down into here. Where is that short? That's another 50 points away. Cool. We'll take it. So if you're aggressive early on that scalp that we outlined here, that if it got back above and you wanted to take the long off the strong, you took your 10 points as we've outlined where to take your profit. 10 point, 10 point. You're up 20, move your stop to break even for a lotto runner just in case, and you're done. You walk for the day. You're done. You don't need more. Of course, you're welcome to stay and trade with us. Monster defense at this level again. Let's lose it. Come on. Let's lose and get down here to 73.50. That would be my ideal. So very nice. We got a nice scalp here for those who took it. And we have said we need a new low. This is not going to be a good low, in my opinion. We need a new low. If Battle Plan 3 was aggressive, it might offer something, but my eyeballs are down here at Battle Plan 4, personally. I want to see something. Been a while since I used my eyeballs. Let's bring our eyeballs up to here. So my eyeballs are down here. That's where I'd like us to go. So let's look at these individually. So battle plan 1 had a short coming to here, would have been ideal, with the added note that if you can, keep a runner just in case we challenge the bull bear strong level at 73.50. That's an outside goal. First goal was here. Taking profit there makes it nice. You're done. If you could have hold a single runner to target lower, that's really nice as well. All right, let's go look at battle plan 2. So battle plan 2 notes a decent pullback long, reclaim the strong level with a vengeance. This strong level. It held all the previous night. Does it have one more defense in it? It had more than one defense in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lot of defenses. And if you don't like this trade, look further down the chart. Okay, now let's go to battle plan 3. Let's just take a peek at it as well. So I try to space these things in the indicator where they don't overlap very much. Hopefully that's working for you. So battle plan 3, trap the trader long off the group of lows in the overnight session. Snappy ladder back above the price. At strong level, we have not gotten down into here, so not an activated trade last night. Battle plan 1 and 2 did activate, so congrats to the traders who took those. Now we need something new. I'm flat. I'm up 40, so I don't need another. But if you get something juicy, preferably down here. In fact, let's go ahead and load battle plan 4 and 5. If we start vomiting, as the battle plan encouraged you last night, careful picking the turnaround level. You don't have to do that. We'll look 5 to 7 strong levels below, see what battle plans exist on the way. So last night's battle plan and the warning was if we start vomiting, stand down. Do not predict the turnaround level. Price often rips through multiple levels that would normally bounce. That includes my strong levels. Okay? So if we start vomiting, don't expect it to bounce off every level like it's been doing. It's going to rip. Usually. Move your eyeballs to the 5th, 6th, and 7th strong level from the point of the vomit. It's often a good target to wait for a possible turnaround and a great exit if short. Well, unfortunately, it got me here. That's okay. We have not had a down day in a while, and if we get one, it could be strong. Now, bulls control, but what can't the bears do yet? The bears can't create a backside yet. So that's a little bit of a red flag, but that doesn't give me a trade. All right, so took out the overnight low. Let's see what happens in this zone here. Do we dip down, get back above, give us a trade there? I'm not going to say this is a premature long because it's a legit entry, but it would not be a shock if we ripped through. In other words, I wouldn't be taking the apex. If you did take the apex trade here, just have a small stop with it, okay? It's no big deal. We take losses. We take break-even trades. It happens. It should not affect us emotionally at all. Pre-plan it and do it. The ones that suck are the ones you don't pre-plan. So right now, if you've already made the decision, I'm going to wait to see if we get down here to battle plan 4 or 5. Your platform is closed. It's not even open. You're not even tempted. Not even tempted. Wait for laddering. Careful with knife catch longs. There, I've said my piece, I guess. So battle plan 2 played nicely. We can remove that. Don't need to see it. Nice trading, nice trading. We wait, we wait. $10-minute chart, 30-minute chart. Looks like Patrick's hanging out the window. Back to a 3-minute chart. Let's bring back on our battle plan. Eyeballs are down here. That's where I would like us to go. We'll trade what happens, not what I want to happen. Bulls control, no matter what blue candles might tell you. They don't tell us a whole lot right now, but we'll go with it.
Bigger picture. Single prints. Ranges.
Jeez. Jeez. Almost got down there. My goodness.
Should I be trading? Am I biased? Am I following price or fighting price?
Well, nothing so far. Almost made it down to battle plan 3. Well, my goodness. Almost made it to battle plan 3. Still, this doesn't feel like a good low. Got to be honest. So right now we're still laddering down. I think it's impossible not to throw on that little trend line just to keep it in focus. Okay. Still got nothing. Let's go to a 3-minute chart. Let's bring it back to home base. We need to get under this strong level, and then let's see what happens.
No level, no trade, period. Make price come to you. No prediction trading. What are the break levels telling you?
Well, we're trying to ladder down. We had one short, one long. Now we're waiting to see if Battle Plan 3 activates or if we go further down. Let's go take a peek at everybody else. Dow with a move back up. Russell with a move back up. NQ made a new low. What is that? What's a new low with NQ? Please. Oh, because I'm hearing it too. That's why. Thank you for that feedback. Let me turn that off where I need to make it really low. Sorry. Thanks for that, Joe. I want to hear it, but I want it to be really low. Hopefully you won't. If it echoes again, let me know. Sorry. I should probably be wearing headphones just so that, but I would sweat so bad wearing headphones, and I don't think I want to do that. So I lowered the volume way down. That's funny. Doesn't hurt to hear the wisdom twice. All right. So the next time it goes off, we'll see if it echoes. I only need to barely hear it. Oh, that's really great. Augustine said to sing the Psalms is to pray twice. I was listening to an audio last night about the power of reading aloud, of how that is such a better way to remember what you read. And even in the Bible, it says, hear the word. So yeah, one of the things I thought about maybe for this weekend, I like to throw a little challenge for the week, but for people who are journaling, read your journal aloud. It sounds differently when you hear it read out loud than when it's always in your brain. Plus, you get to hear it. There's something about like handwriting, of remembering things. If you type things into your computer, I think you remember at a certain degree, but if you handwrite it, you probably remember it at a bigger degree. So I think it's the same thing with reading out loud. Wow, back to the strong level. My goodness. Is that anything on a 3 minute chart? 3 minutes, nothing. One could on a 1 minute chart, you could say you had a first ladder. I'm just not interested in longing here. I'm just not. So I don't care what happens. I'm gonna wait. Well, one of the things I discovered, I was thinking about putting the battle plan also on Substack. I can't just copy my HTML and paste it. That stinks. I was hoping I could take my HTML and paste it into the Substack newsletter, and you can't do that. It's just a WYSIWYG text editor. Seriously? Well, nice little move there. You know, I'm not that interested in re-engaging in Battle Plan 2 again. But we did say if we got into the deeper part of 2 and 3 and it reclaimed this level, this very well could be another nice entry to take long here. Why? Because bulls control. Bears couldn't do what? So far, they have not been able to create a backside in this move. So that usually does not work out well for bears when that happens. Um, this is not the volatility I was hoping we would have on CPI. I was really hoping we'd come down here. Instead, we got a fair value gapping candle going to the north, of course. All right, so here comes the option of once again, if you're interested in trading Battle Plan 2, I have no interest in it. To me, that trade has already played out multiple times overnight. I mean, at what point does it just die? At some point, it will. You do you. We did get down into the deeper part of Battle Plan 2. We did reclaim the strong level. Now it's back testing the strong level. And so, once again, don't let me talk you out of trades. I just know where I'm more interested in engaging in price, and it doesn't mean I'm right. But so certainly retested the strong level, having a little bit of a reaction. Just don't let it go against you too much, and be perfect, for lack of a better word. All right. So if you took it the second time, third time, fifth time, whatever, you're in the profit. Don't let it go against you, my humble opinion. So not much of a follow through there, which is not surprising. I mean, how many times you gonna freaking take it before it's just not fresh anymore? I like fresh levels. This almost dipped far enough down here that I think this could have offered a fresh level, but now it just didn't quite get there. So if you took that trade, you're probably out. See if we can get down further down. That's where I'd like to be.
Bigger picture. Single prints. Ranges.
All right, so you just got an alert. I'm assuming you didn't hear that twice because it was very low. I might actually have to increase that a little bit. All right, we need a new low. We need a new low. All right, now it'll be interesting to see if the retest of that strong level from underneath pushes price down. That will be interesting. I'm not trading it. I'm not interested in trading here. I'm going to wait, but very nice. So back test push down. Okay, let's rip this strong level now. Let's get down. Nice little candle there. So very cool how it got under the strong, bounced off the strong. Bulls still control. Bears can't create a backside. Not a whole lot to get excited about here yet. Let's get down to the eyeballs. Come on, let's get down. Well, we've seen price action very, very well. Let's see if we can get a push down now to closer to battle plan 4. Let's go take a peek at everybody else. New lows under previous day low, making new lows. We're making new lows. Are we getting on the same train? Hey, we're all under previous day low. We have a downward sloping VWAP. We are under the VWAP. We're under the openings. So the opens the door for finally a nice pullback. Mm. Nice bounce off the strong level. My eyeballs are down here at battle plan 4. Nice bounce off the strong level. Doesn't mean to take that as a trade. I was really hoping price would push a little further down. And then if it did something really strong, maybe that could offer an entry. I wish it had done it on this first push. You know, every level I look at as it has a certain amount of bounce power. Well, this one took quite a bit of that bounce power, didn't it? And now we're back at it. Is it going to have the same level of reaction? I'm still betting on battle plan 4. So dropped down into the drop zone. Now we'd look for snappy ladder back price action. Let's look at the notes for battle plan 3. Trap the trader long off the group of lows at the RTH low and the overnight session. Snappy ladder back price action over the strong level. So as I said, I would not be looking to take a knife catch trade. Your alert went off. So if you're away from your computer right now with TradingView on your phone, you would get a little pop up that said, hey, we're passing the battle plan 3 ideal entry level. Don't take a knife catch trade, in my humble opinion here. The only way that battle plan 3 becomes activated is if we have a snappy ladder back price action over the strong level. Otherwise, my eyeballs are down here at battle plan 4. Too bad it couldn't have done that when I was short there. I'm going to miss on a 100-pointer today, probably. Oh, well. Can't be in everything 100 points. All right, if we can reclaim the strong level with a vengeance, you have an opportunity to possibly long, or let's get on down to here. I think it was very wise advice to tell you do not trade the apex on this trade. We're not at a trade location where I think that's a high probability trade. But if it reclaimed it, we'd go with it. Otherwise, we're eyeballs are on battle plan 4 or 5. Hey, I'm not picky. Very nice. Very nice. Come on. Come on. Ugh. As I said in the battle plan last night, my confidence to enter a new long here is very low. Um, and eyeballs are much further down the chart. Let's see if we can get there. Finally, it feels like a normal trading type of day environment. Very nice. I'm going to bring back battle plan 1. Battle plan 1 notes that if you could have gotten, if you were, or if you're still in it, hold a runner just in case we challenge the bull bear strong level to 73.50. I only had one contract short, so I didn't have as many options as if you'd have done the 3 contract system. But you're now 30 points away from the 73.50, which to me was the ultimate target for the battle plan 1 short. If you took the battle plan 2 long we mapped out here earlier, you took 10 points, 10 points, kept a single runner. It got you out.
Should I be
I
trading?
encourage
Am I
you
buying?
not to take
Am I
the
following
next
price or
attempt at it.
fighting price?
And then I encourage you not to take the knife catch apex trade here. Now, if this thing fair value gaps above and you're interested in possibly looking for a long there, it makes sense. We have not had a sell day, so be real careful. I'm personally waiting for the eyeballs down here. So one of the things we talked about is if we really start getting a vomitish move, we want to look for 5 to 7 strong levels down. Um, this is why when I took this short here yesterday, I kind of kicked myself for letting that, but it's no big deal. Um, I took that 45 short there and exited right here for 40 points. And now we're getting a nice move. So that's cool. I was going to talk about strong levels. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th strong level is here. 6 is about here. 7 is down here at 7,300. So just to count those out. It's nice to finally have some RTH price action. All right, back to strong level here. Just got to reclaim that with a vengeance.
No level, no trade, period. Make price come to you. No prediction trading. What are the break levels telling you?
That's not a reclaim. No, not a reclaim. See if it'll do it the next attempt. Man, the morning's almost over. Geez, that went fast. I was hoping we'd get down to battle plan 4. I'd still be really cautious of longing here. Doesn't mean I'm right. All right, so came back to the strong level, pulled back in a little bit, seems to be pushing over. Okay. Could we consider that maybe the first ladder? Maybe. Let's go to 3-minute chart here for a second. Let's go back and look at this from a 3-minute chart perspective. Our home base chart. So yeah, now if that thing comes back to the strong level and you want to take a long off of that, or even front run it just a little bit because bulls control, they do control. just be small. My ideal more trade locations further down. So that's what I'll be waiting for. My DOM is still closed. Hmm. My eyeballs are still on battle plan 4. I believe that's where the better entry is going to exist.
Bigger picture, single prints, ranges.
So if you took that trade there, hopefully that it was small and you're out. I wouldn't allow that to go any more against me. As we said, this is not really where we're looking to go long, but if you wanted to, you could do that for sure. It finally reclaimed it nicely, came back to it. Ideal stop loss is always 2 points under the low, but that's just too far away. So to me, I usually don't do more than a 3 point stop loss on that type of trade. It needs to touch and go or I'm out. It wasn't even worth me launching my DOM. If we get down here, so if we make a new low here, I'm going to trade longer if you want to hang out, because it's been a while since we've been able to travel to a nice anything battle plan more than 1, 2, or 3. So that's what I'm looking for down here, 4 or 5. The laddering down is continuing. Let's move you to here. Looks good enough to me. Now, where I would maybe change my mind on a long, let's say it reclaimed this again, bounced, and then reclaimed this, that might be of interest. Just to come up here and grab these highs because bulls do control. Any long you can still journal because bulls control. Their longs are not counter. We just have not had a good sell day. So I'm looking for something a little deeper. The other way you could have played that stop, you got this nice little fair value gap here. You could say that your stop is just going to be underneath that. That's probably still a little bit bigger than a stop than I like to play here. Yeah, no.
Should I be trading? Am I biased? Am I following price or fighting price?
I would have required a touch and a go. So 2 or 3 point stop loss there, and I would be out. We do take losses. We do take break-even trades. Not every trade's a winner. If you took this trade this morning and you took your 10-10 and quit for the day, you are already done. If you waited for this entry here, you probably took a small loss, depending on how you played your stop. My eyeballs are on battle plan 4. I will wait. If we make a new low and go towards battle plan 4, I'll trade longer if you want to hang out. Man, look at that. Yeah. RTY getting crushed. But man,
Stop
it's made
trading
all-time
for a minute.
highs after all-time
Only trade your
highs.
best trading hours. Take a break. Walk away.
Dow
Be done.
pushing, I mean,
Be
Russell, I mean,
content.
NQ pushing back
Adjust
down.
afternoon risk settings.
Let's wait till we get a little lower. That's my opinion. All right, let's come on down to our eyeballs. Come on down. Let's go ahead and remove 1, 2, and 3. Let's focus on what we're wanting. Price to come on down here to battle plan 4 and 5. Still having evidence of laddering down. Looking for price to get a little lower here. Come on. I wish it would do it with more of a vengeance, but can't control that. Slow, slow, slow. Well, we seem to be stalling. Well, come on. Come on. Let's do it. You know, and just to point out a couple things, when we talked about this long here, notice how it touched and go off the strong level. I advise you not to take this one, but still basically a touch and go off the strong level. And when you don't get that touch and go off the strong level, I think that's why you can just have that super small stop loss, 2 or 3 points on those. It either touches and goes or it doesn't. Also, we talked about when this came here, did this steal all the bounce power from this level?
Stop trading or manage your runner playing perfect chess. Take a break, refresh, recharge. Remember, trading requires the best you.
This down move here was within 2 points of activating battle plan 3. And so when I see that, I go, man, did that just steal all the bounce power from that level? It got close, but it didn't quite get there. And then whenever we did make a new low, it did get above it. But boy, how much extra power did it have? Not a whole lot. So when you see when the price gets really close to a level and has a nice bounce, and gotta admit that was a nice bounce, it kind of steals a lot of the bounce power. So let's come on down. Come on, make a new low. Let's take a peek at everybody else. Very nice. So if you still have a runner from battle plan 1, remember the outside target here was to hold that runner just in case we can challenge the bull bear strong level at 73.50. I've already exited mine, so I don't have that lotto runner, which, dang it. It's okay. I was pleased with my trade. I took 40. But now let's get down. Go back to the 3-minute chart for a second. Dum, dum, dum. So if you're able to get short as we enter this battle plan 4, that's when I'd really be starting to tighten up that stop, just capturing what you can from it. Oh, come on. Laddering down still continues. I can't say we're not on the same trend, but Dow is not. It took out the low, obviously, and staying below the low, but it's not making new lows. It's making it difficult to move down here. So eyeballs are still on battle plan 4 and 5. I'm going to watch a little longer if you want to hang out. It almost looks weird seeing price go down. Well, come on, new low. Come on, laddering down continues. We need a new low. Dow still being resistant. Alrighty. Come on down. $73.50 is the outsized, to me, the outside goal from battle plan 1 short. 25 more points to get there. Come on. Been a while since we've had this type of day. It's very nice. So which price are done a little differently. So there was my short from yesterday. My stop last night almost got hit, but didn't. Then moved my stop here, then moved my stop here, and got me out at a 40 pointer. And knowing that the all outsized goal was 73.50, but I'm not complaining at all. Zero. I'm not. But to mentally continue to trade it is not a unwise decision. Now we're waiting for the price to get down to at least battle plan 4 and 5. It's doing it in the slowest manner possible without any vomitish type of candle. So we'll see what happens if we can get down there. So when we closed last night, it's about 80 points away. Very nice. So battle plan 4, see your chart for this outline. The last night's chart, this was 80 points away. It was too far away to include in the chart. Nice deeper pullback here, coming against the bull bear strong line, reclaiming the strong level around 73.58, this level here. That's why number 4 is lined up here. So we'll see what happens if we can get down into there and activate battle plan 4. Got some burgers on the grill I just put on the grill, so I will excuse myself a little from time to time as I'm getting my lunch ready. I like to make about 6 to 10 hamburger patties at a time, and I just keep them in the refrigerator. When I need a quick little something, I go grab it. I got 6 half-pounders out there right now. Clattering down continues. Dow is still hovering here. Obviously, Russell is vomiting. NQ is vomiting. We are having a more hesitant to move as Dow is not really participating. Battle plan 1 was the short that had the outside target of 73.50, which is down here where I considered the bull bear line. As you're coming into battle plan 4, if you're still short, wonderful place to peel contracts. Laddering down continues. As warned in last night's battle plan trade, I just think it's prudent I bring it up again. So let's cover it real quick. Last night's battle plan said, warning, if we start vomiting, stand down. Don't predict the turnaround level. Price often rips through multiple levels that it would normally bounce at. Okay. That includes strong levels. Okay. Move your eyeballs 5 to 7 strong levels down from the point of the vomit. It's often a good target for a possible turnaround trade or a great exit if short. So this is the third, fourth, and fifth strong levels here. We've not had a down day in a while, and if it happens, it could be massive. What do I know? So just careful calling that type of turnaround trade. No need to knife catch. No need to knife catch. At least we're entering into an area we're interested in engaging in price. We want to see reclaims. If you do knife catch, do it small, do it against a level that makes sense, adhering to all the warning signs that were provided. Almost made it to our eyeballs. Finally, we're getting some two-sided price action. Feels like the slowest little sell-off. My goodness. Almost made it to target. NQ made it there finally. Almost. And of course, Dow is having none of this really. Not compared to Russell and my goodness, Russell. You're killing me, dude. Careful knife catching. We need a sell day so bad. All right, we made it to the top of the eyeballs. We made it to the top of the eyeballs. So if you were short from battle plan 1, as we're entering into this area here, not a horrible place to consider taking your profit and calling it. $73.50 to me was the ultimate goal. Will it get there? I have no clue, but it got pretty close so far. And Dow's getting back inside a previous day range. It had a nice sell, but now it's starting to want to ladder back up. Doesn't mean it will continue. We're still looking for price to drop down a little further. Laddering down still continues. NQ, of course, hit an important level. Will that be the turnaround level? Very could be. Bulls still control, so it wouldn't be a surprise. I'm still waiting for price to drop down into here. I don't know how much longer I got to stare at the chart, but I'm gonna hang out a little longer. Hmm. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it for me. I was hoping we got down there to battle plan 4. I'll keep an eye on it, but I'm going to take a break. I'm starting to zone out. I can feel it. It's only so many hours I can do concentrated effort on the chart. Then you have to take a break, and that's where I am at. So I'm going to take a break, and I will check in with y'all later.